What if money could move across the internet without a bank? That is the big idea behind cryptocurrency, and it is why this technology gets so much attention. In the next few minutes, you will learn what cryptocurrency is, how it is recorded, how transactions are verified, and why this system is both useful and risky. Let's start with the basic idea. A cryptocurrency is a digital asset that uses cryptography to help secure transactions. Unlike traditional money issued by governments, many cryptocurrencies operate on decentralized computer networks. Bitcoin, introduced in 2008 in a paper by the name Satoshi Nakamoto, was the first widely adopted example. Here's the key difference. In a normal banking system, one central organization updates the ledger. A ledger is simply a record of who owns what. In many cryptocurrencies, that record is shared across many computers. This shared record is usually called a blockchain. Think about this for a moment. A blockchain is like a public notebook copied across a large network. When new transactions happen, the network works to agree on the updated version. Once data is added in blocks and linked together, changing old records becomes very difficult. Let that sink in for a moment. Now let's look at how a cryptocurrency transaction works. Suppose one person wants to send digital coins to another. They use a digital wallet. A wallet does not literally store coins the way a leather wallet stores cash. Instead, it stores cryptographic keys. These keys are essential. There are usually two important keys. A public key works like an address others can send funds to. A private key works more like a secret password that allows the owner to approve a transaction. If someone gets your private key, they can often control your crypto. That is why security matters so much. When a user sends cryptocurrency, the transaction is digitally signed with the private key. The transaction is then broadcast to the network. Computers on that network check whether the signature is valid and whether the sender has the funds to spend. Next comes a major question. How does the network agree that a transaction is real? Different cryptocurrencies use different consensus mechanisms. One well-known method is proof of work used by Bitcoin. In proof of work, specialized computers compete to solve a difficult mathematical problem. This process is called mining. The first to solve it earns the right to add a new block of transactions to the blockchain and usually receives a reward. Here's what's interesting. The puzzle is hard to solve, but easy for the rest of the network to verify. That makes cheating difficult and expensive. However, proof of work uses large amounts of electricity, and this has been widely discussed by researchers and policymakers. Another method is proof of stake. In this system, participants lock up or stake some of their cryptocurrency. The network then uses rules to choose validators who confirm transactions and add new blocks. Proof of stake generally uses less energy than proof of work. Let that sink in for a moment. So why do people use cryptocurrency at all? One reason is that it allows peer-to-peer transfers without relying on a traditional bank. Another is transparency. On many blockchains, transaction histories are publicly visible, even though users are identified by wallet addresses rather than personal names. Some people also use cryptocurrency for investment, though prices can rise and fall very quickly. Now let's add an important caution. Cryptocurrency is not the same as guaranteed money in a bank account. In many countries, crypto holdings are not protected in the same way as bank deposits. Prices are often highly volatile. Fraud, exchange failures, hacking, and lost private keys have all caused real losses. There is also an important distinction between cryptocurrencies and stablecoins. Stablecoins are digital tokens designed to maintain a stable value, often by linking to a currency like the US dollar. But their safety depends on how they are managed and backed. Regulators and economists continue to study these systems closely. You may also hear about smart contracts. These are programs stored on some blockchains that run automatically when certain conditions are met. Ethereum helped popularize this idea. Smart contracts can support applications like digital collectibles, lending systems, and other blockchain-based services. But like any software, they can contain bugs or design flaws. So what is the big picture? Cryptocurrency combines computer science, cryptography, and economics. It creates a way for digital value to be recorded and transferred on decentralized networks. The blockchain acts as the shared ledger. Cryptographic keys help prove ownership. Consensus mechanisms help the network agree on valid transactions. In summary, cryptocurrency works by replacing a central record keeper with a distributed system. Users send transactions with digital signatures. Networks verify those transactions. New records are added to a blockchain through consensus methods like proof of work or proof of stake. The idea is powerful, but the reality is complex. Cryptocurrency can enable new forms of payment and digital coordination. At the same time, it carries technical, financial, and regulatory risks. As this technology evolves, one question remains especially important, not just whether cryptocurrency can work, but where it truly solves real-world problems better than existing systems. This mini course was researched using these sources. Thank you for watching and keep learning.